This is Erica. I thought what we would do today is step into like the greatness of all beings, the greatness of yourself, the unseen aspect of you that's phenomenal, that you may not acknowledge on a daily basis. I sure don't. Let's just say hello to that inner greatness of you, that place of you that knows, that chooses with confidence, that says to yourself, this is the right step, and I'm in the right place, and I know this is going to work. And I'm clear that these steps are the right steps. And I'm just going to tell you something, pretty disgusting, I guess. It's pretty gross. Uh, just to jump from being great to being gross, as I like to do. I had a flu fever thing, and I was having sweats and throwing up, and my body was just, ugh, oh my gosh. And as I was laying there sweating something out of my system, one of my kids got it too. We think it was food poisoning, but it felt different than that to me also. It felt like there was something that I needed to change. Yeah. So as I was sweating out and pooping out and getting rid of whatever ickies had gotten into my being, I had a moment where I knew that I hadn't truly been listening to my inner guidance. That, Abraham Hicks talks about your emotional guidance system. And I had a moment where I got clarity that I had not been, as I teach and as I seek to live, actually been being guided by that inner knowing. I was like, wow, that is so fascinating. Like somehow I shifted into doing the shoulds and being with the mores, the societal mores, the must do's and need to do's and all that. It was so fascinating because I do think of myself as a blessed being who has pretty much a daily life that is kind of dreamy, where I get to do work that I really enjoy, and I get to have family that I truly adore, and I get to have lots of cute four-leggeds, including my horse Jedi, who's just he went through a bit of a wild patch, and now he's being super insanely wonderful. So it's interesting, right? And then there's Sapphire, who's just the best cat. He comes and he's got blue eyes. He's just an adorable cat. Well, kind of a thick, cuddly, adorable cat. And he comes and sits like right on my keyboard if I'm working too hard. He's my emotional guidance system for taking a break. He gives me no choice. So let's tap into that today. And I'm just gonna apologize. I'm pretty sure the sound isn't great. I have a new microphone and it's not working that well. So I'm still exploring options because my last microphone was way too quiet. And so it wasn't recording my voice well. And this one's loud enough, but it echoes strangely. So just apologize. I hope I'm not hurting your ears today. I will be solving this. How many microphones can one girl buy, right? Okay, cool. So just take a deep breath. Breathe energy up through the balls of your feet. And breathe energy down from celestial. Nice. And connect up higher to source. Connect to source. Get that feeling of source energy coming and flowing through your being. And really see it swirl all around you. Sometimes to hear the whispers and the guidance, there's a need to pause. For me, it was being really ill. Well, okay, it was 48 hours, but it was still ill. Right. Hmm. Yeah. So go ahead and just Let go of that. And I can sort of sense around you, listener. I can sense, listener, sometimes that there are lots of ties and ropes and strings and pulls and things that pull you to them, and things that people who love you and cherish you but sometimes want you to do their bidding, or believe that their goal for you is way more important than your own essence and knowing for yourself. Here's the thing: when we start to listen and be in alignment with that call, or that yes feeling, or that energetic yes, or that, oh, that feels so good when I'm doing this, or oh, that feels great when I'm trying that, or this food feels really good. Oh, this one feels like I might have an allergy, right? So when you actually just really tune into that yes, yummy, hello, alignment energy, it actually is quite different from anything that isn't that. Yeah. And and I just want to welcome you to that place of knowing your knowing. And knowing that there are always choices. So that when I hear something like this is the only way to do anything, my BS detectors just go right up. And I go, that is never true. There's never only one way. There may be the way that seems the right way. There may be the way that you're taking. There may be the way that your family chose. There may be the way that looks really like the only way. But whenever I hear something like the only of anything, I know that this is not going to be true. Because the choices that we make and the way we get to where we're going could end up being different for you than for all the other people before you. Because we live in a universe where there's creation and expansion every single day. Yeah, yeah. So give yourself permission to go into that knowing. Hmm. And I'd like you to remember a time when things were very, very, very good. So just go back into your memory box and pull out a time when it was just really nice, when something went really well. And it might be someone called you and gave you a job. I love those kinds of calls myself. Maybe it was someone called you and told you good news that made your heart feel really good. Maybe someone you coached had a breakthrough. That's just one thing that I certainly makes my heart sing really loud. Or whenever any of my kids do anything beautiful. My daughter did the dishes today. It was so good. I know, just that's the small things, right? Hmm. So just practice that conjuring back something good. Because as we stay in a good place, and as we heed the calling of the yes energy, we're allowing others to do so. We're paving the way for more joy and more ease and more easy steps and more fun steps. Yeah. And my whole show today is not that exciting. It's just really about getting into the yesness of you and getting into that knowingness of you, and really just trusting that there's many, many, many ways to get things done. And when it starts being really awkward and awful and crunchy and uncomfortable, it doesn't mean that that's like wrong forever. But if it's making you sick, that's a good sign that something could be different. Because one thing, I was studying with a new mentor in marketing who's really interesting. And he's like, if you're going to be different, you got to like start by really being different. That sounds so stupid, doesn't it? It sounds so trite. But really, if we want to step into this energy and life force and let this energy and life force blow up and blow through us and gift us and help us and align with us and allow us to create more than we ever thought possible, then it does mean that we'll make new choices, and things will change. And that's just a heads up, because to get bigger and to be the greatest of all time of anything that you do, It's going to mean stepping out of comfort zone, but also just really allowing yourself to follow the energy. Ooh, baby, that's my class for today. Like a class, huh? Thank you for listening. Energy clearing for life force, and I apologize in advance and in retrospect for my microphone. I'm in a learning curve again. I upgraded and it didn't work, so thank you for bearing with me. And next time, hopefully, I'll have this fixed. And you can contact me at happypublishing@gmail.com if you'd like a private session or find out about more about what I'm doing. Just send me an email at happypublishing@gmail.com.